Hello everyone, my name is Carlie Hamilton and I'm here today to talk about my life planner. This is a book that I basically organized my entire life in, and I wanted to do a video to help you guys if you're stuck with having like a book to organize your life, and also to show you a little bit about the evolution of this book. So basically this book is like the actual physical book itself is just a really cheap notebook that I bought, and it's just like a lined notebook, so you could use any book. In fact, I've got last year's book here, which is actually an even cheaper notebook that I used. So I guess I'll delve into the past a little bit first here in this book. So yeah, this is just a really cheap notebook that I got from the Daiso, and I've put some washi tape on the oh my goodness, on the spine, just to reinforce it a bit, and also on the edge of the cover here, just to keep it a little bit more intact, because it is a really cheap notebook and I didn't end up like covering it with anything or doing anything with it, so just to keep it from falling to bits a bit. So I do draw inspiration. I've got my ideas of how I use my life planner from a whole different range of I guess systems that are out there, and two of those systems were the DIY fish idea of using color coding to find your pages easily. So I've got like a little menu contents sort of thing down the side here, and then when I've used like done something to do with that kind of thing, I would mark the page you know, on the side here, so I can easily find like pages. And also I used the bullet journal kind of idea and started off doing an index page, but I found that it just really it was pointless for me to use the index, because for these categories here, if I needed to find them, they were easy to find, and for my actual like to-dos and daily stuff, I didn't really need to find it again by page number, and if I did need to find it again, I just found it more convenient to like flip through the book than actually look at my index. So I kind of abandoned the idea of the index. Now, I started off doing my own sort of version of the bullet journal. I have been doing something, I guess, similar to this for years and years and years, and I will have a video about my current system. I've got like a totally separate book that's a planner, and I will be talking about how my my like running to-do lists have evolved, but in that video I didn't really go back to my daily planner. I used to have everything in my life planner, so I used to have my daily checklists in this as well, and they've since moved into a separate book that I just showed you. But yeah, so that's what these pages are. One thing that I do is I cross off things that I don't do, and I highlight, like I use a highlighter to check off things that I do, so that I can still read quite easily the things that I did on these days. And I also like to use a highlighter to like cross through pages, because that shows me that I just don't need to look at this page again, unless there's something specifically I need to reference, like I need to find out what I did on the 6th of June 2014, and all I did on that day was exercise. But yeah, unless I need to look up something that I did specifically on the day, I can just like draw a line through the page and I know that I'm done with that page. I don't need it again. So what else I do with this page, with this book, is I basically have a bit of everything in there. So apart from my daily to-dos, I also had like projects, whether it was to do with business or life. I have my food and shopping, lots of things to do with blog posts. I had like cleaning in here. So there's like a lot of stuff that I put into this. So basically any aspect of my life I stick in here. So that one there is an example of a shopping list. And I also will have a separate video on how I do my meal planning and my shopping. But here might be like a little insight of how I did in the past. Now I have sort of I'm trying to transition into doing 2 weeks worth of shopping at once, and this is just a 1 week shopping. As you can see, I've got my little tabs down the side here of the different things that I've got here, like it's all color coded. One thing I did like about using this as a sort of planning my days is it didn't matter how many things I had in a day. I just did the day and then line and then new day, and you know, some days I would skip, so I wouldn't have blank pages. So here I went Sunday and then Tuesday. So that's the kind of thing I did. So here's like a weight loss plan that I didn't really end up doing anything with, I don't think. I also tape in with some washi tape ideas. So these are things that I've ripped out from magazines or other sources that I'm going to use for ideas for my own projects. Some more of my daily checklists. Here are like a whole heap of different things that I've crossed off. So these ones are like blog posts and things like that. So I've written out the blog post and like crossed it off. Here's like a little mock-up of one of my projects for an online project, and then I'd cross it off when it's done. I also have like recipes. I do things a bit different with my recipes now. Now I have a tablet, and I do keep all my recipes in my Evernote. So now I just access Evernote from my tablet. But before, I had to like write out recipes in order to... I'd take this book with me to the kitchen and cook. So blog post ideas, and then again I would like highlight things once I'd actually implemented those ideas. So yeah, this is a book where I just keep everything in, all my ideas, and because I have so many ideas and projects and things going on in all different aspects of my life, it makes more sense to me to just write it on the next page. So for instance, I do have, let's see, I've got lots of projects here, but one of them is, say, I don't know, crafty blogger. Maybe I'll go for that one. I don't know if there's much in here, so it's a bad one. There's only one page. But yeah, so like if I have one a project that's ongoing, I might have like say a page here and then a page you know, later on that's for the same project. And instead of having them all together in one book that never gets filled up, I just have them, all my stuff, in the one book. So that way I fill up a book, I'm not wasting books, I don't have to carry around a million books with me, and you know, whichever project or whatever thing I want to work on, I can work on. So that's my old book. This is my new book. So that's the book I'm using this year. I've actually been using this from around October 2014, and it's still going at the moment. I'm almost done, I guess. Getting there. Only a couple of pages left. So I'm 3/4 of the way through, sort of thing. So I started off this book pretty much the same. I've got my little tabbed thing here, and also had an index, which I soon gave up on that as well. With this one, I did start off with the check mark, like my sort of bullet journal kind of thing happening with the daily tasks, but it did eventually, I think in March 2015, I eventually moved it to its own book with its own pages with my dedicated day to a page sort of system that's working for me now. But that's how I used to be, and this system worked for me as well. I just guess I'm always sort of evolving my system. This is a cleaning list here. I haven't filmed it yet, but I am planning on filming an updated how I do my daily cleaning sort of checklist. So that's something coming in the future. So with this one again, lots of different notes to myself. This one's shopping lists. And then, yeah, just lots of, this one is my blog categories. So I have like different ideas for posts that I'm going to do in my blog and my vlog. So things like this, they're blog categories, for instance, making and creating. And I've just left the whole page so that whenever I come up with an idea, I can write it down. And then when I've done something, I will highlight it to check it off. What else have I got in here? So yeah, that's my month of me project. Business goals. This one is already outdated. I've got a new business goal. But one thing that I do, and I'll make another video about it, is I have like little washi tape bookmarks for important pages, and I also have say little removable post-it note ones for other pages. So this one is my current like meal plan, and once I'm done with that, I'll move it to here, which is my like next meal plan that I haven't done yet. So that way I've got like a little tab there that I can move, like always have. And then some of these I don't use anymore. That's my cleaning one, so I could really get rid of that tab. And other ones that I won't need to move forward, but like, yeah, different tabs for different things. My shopping wish list is pretty much done. So that is my current life planner. I have been thinking about splitting it up into like a couple of separate books, and I think I've got it in here actually. By I think I know. I've been thinking about changing from using just one notebook into using a couple of different books. So using like a Midori or something planner. So I've been thinking about maybe having a blog and video notes book, a business notes and projects book, a home notes and shopping book, and one for baby notes. And like having the 4 books in the one Midori planner. So that's something I've been thinking about. That way, if I need to, if I'm just going shopping or something, I can just take out my home notes book. So it's not quite a big, like this is an A5 size book. Or if, you know, if I'm working on my blog at the time, I just take out my blog notes book. It's something that I'm thinking about. I don't want to have like books especially for each different category. I'd rather, because you know one project might not take up a whole book or something like that. And again, because I am so, I guess I focus on so many different things, I just find it easier to move to the next page and continue on whatever it was that I was writing about in my different projects. So that's just an idea that I'm having about having different books, but I'm undecided. At the moment, this book is working for me, and as I said, I've got about that much left, so I've got, yeah, not much left of the book, but it will probably last me at least another month. So I've got a bit of time to decide what I'm going to do. But that is my life planner. I hope you've gotten some ideas about how you could use, you know, just a simple, cheap notebook to organize and plan all the different facets of your life without things getting, you know, overcomplicated, getting them down so that you can actually have more time to live your life and live creatively. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. Do give me a thumbs up if you got some ideas out of this, and share what your current system is for recording all your life things. I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. So yeah, my name is Carlie, and I will see you next time. Bye.